Hello everybody, Archie here with another episode of Broken Cards of Hearthstone. And today we doing Paladin, so let's get going. So I don't think I need to repeat myself and comment every individual secret, because like I said, I think secrets are in general mostly overpowered. Like for example this thing, for 1 crystal you get 2+2 hit points and +3 damage, but it's okay, it's random, so here is the randomness again. Yeah, this card, I think this card is also a little overpowered, not as much, but a little. This card is very overpowered. Like for price of 1 crystal, you can make even the strongest minions pretty much useless. This card is very broken. Besides, like, humility, okay, but only for people who choose to be humble. That is another thing which makes no sense, because this card makes something really dumb. No, wait, that's humility. Humidity. Okay, so first, it's overpowered. Second, it makes no sense by name, because you cannot force somebody to be humble. That's ridiculous. I mean, you can force somebody if you are, for example, like mage, because they have spells, and with magic you can do pretty much anything, but a paladin, not as much. And let's be honest, like, paladin is broken as a whole class, because like every class have a minions. Okay, but about other things, some classes, not all classes have weapons, not all classes have secrets, and not all classes have like buffs or spells or whatever. Paladin is only class which have everything. You have weapons, you have secrets, you have buffs, you have debuffs, you have weapons, you have healing spells, you have damage spells, you have everything. Like literally. Like, Paladin as a whole is broken as hell, and I don't like this class. I don't like it so much, I even don't play as Paladin. This is how broken this class feels. I mean, if I do, it feels like cheating almost. Obviously, there's many people who don't care, and after with addition of some cards which I made specifically, they make Paladin even more broken. So yeah, but back to humility. So it's overpowered and it's make no sense, because you really can't force somebody humble. Yeah. Besides, I don't think if you are humble that's necessary reduce your damage, because if I have some really powerful sword and somebody make me humble, okay, that's may affect me, but is this can affect my weapon? I don't think so. So yeah, this card make no sense by the name and its effect, and it's really overpowered. Yeah, that is another card which is kinda OP. Let's move on. This is actually one of the few cards which I wish to have this card. It's not necessarily overpowered, but it's broken, because I think first and most importantly, again, names. Blessing of Kings. Since when can king bless you. Like, that's make no sense. That's really make no sense. And on top of that, like, why is Paladin better with giving buffs? Like, Paladin as a class is basically like is some sort of like you have like warrior who is like weapons direct fight, and then you have class like priest who is more about healing support, and then you have a paladin which is supposed to be something like halfway between warrior and priest, but it's not. This there's many cards which basically like making this really obvious. Like, this is a good card, but it should be priest card, not paladin card. And there's probably more of the cards which can do this. Yeah, we have this card, which honestly this card is I really cannot tell like what is translation of this card, because I unfortunately don't know this word. But to me, like, idea of paladin doing area damage seems another card which is kinda like, why? I kinda don't get it. So I don't know what's wrong with this card, and this card specifically. There's something, another thing which I mention later. Yeah. This card is okay. This card is also kind of broken because if you play, there's like really many people who like Hearthstone is like overflowing with the tons of paladin playing Murloc, which, to be honest, I don't get it, like, at all, because honestly, like, Murlocs are these weird, like, creatures, and they look kind of like overgrown frogs or something, and a paladin is supposed to be this, like, a champion of light, who is like embodiment, supposed to be embodiment of like everything noble, which, just for the records, he's totally not. But this card is, I don't think it's necessary overpowered, because thanks that it's priced up like a reasonable price. Well, kinda. But like idea of paladin like Legion of Murlocs, it's really weird and it's just not fitting, and because of this it's broken, at least I think so. And we have a priest now. Okay, so let's go and do some craftable cards. Okay, this card is really broken, because this card is basically not even seated. It's just normal buff, except instead of like work immediately, it takes like 1 round, which it's not necessarily like overpowered, but still it's like a little broken, because it's difficult to predict what's happening at the start. Like, if you are able to take advantage from this card can be like really strong. But if you lost a lot of minions during the next round, then this card be basically wasted. So that is make it like really difficult to use. This card. Oh, this card is actually okay. This card is, yeah, this card it's actually a little broken because first, like noble sacrifice, okay, but you cannot actually force somebody like force you like take a hit for you because especially if you are paladin, you're supposed to be noble, but like force somebody to die for you, that's don't sounds exactly like noble pollination at all. In fact, that sounds like pretty childish things to do. This card is also a little broken because I mean it's a good card, but return in bed with the 1 health, like honestly, I think this is actually one of the cards which is in fact a little too weak because it's supposed to be at least 3 hit points, like 1 seems to be not enough. So, get broken card. Immune, reduce its health to 1. Okay, this card is really like also really bad, really annoying. We have this. This card is okay. Pretty much. And this card is. This card actually isn't that much broken. Well, at least it don't seems to be too broken, but Paladin is a lot about combination, and this card can let you do, and I'm pretty sure most of the people know this, basically combo this card and immediately after this card do this card. So with this card you can for 6 mana total destroy everything in enemy hands. Like granted you still, I mean if you compare this effect, let's say Warlock have a similar card which I don't have, and it's Twisting Nether. It costs lots of mana and it's destroyed anything on the board for 8 mana. Paladin can do pretty much same thing, except all his own minions survive. Granted, they have only 1 damage hit point, but they survive. All enemies are destroyed, and also get another 2 points of damage to hero. True, you need to be like a little lucky, but if you play as a paladin, then you most likely like have this combination because this combo is like none of those cards by itself isn't overpowered. They are not. This card has reasonable effect for reasonable price. The other one which I mentioned, it's safe, but if you combine these 2 cards together, you can create ridiculously powerful effect, which means these cards by themselves are not broken, but together they are broken. And I'm like say it a few times, and I probably say it a few times more. Paladin is not broken as much by its individual card, but it's broken as a whole thing. If you combine the effect together, you can get some ridiculous cards. And I want to name this. I actually, I think I actually said this before. So let's give me like a little example. My with rush. That actually looks a little different than it looks right now. But basically, what's this deck used to be, I probably remove it or change the name. But originally, how this deck was, I have a bunch of cards, such as this one and this one, basically like boost my mana fast as possible, and being able to play like really expensive cards. Like I have like 7+ cards or more. So this deck was really difficult, like really sensitive to get good starting cards. But if I get some good cards, I can like pull off some really powerful effects here. And what happens to me once, and I'm pretty sure I said this before, I was super lucky and I guess like get like this and this and this somewhere like on the start of the game. I get really high mana really early. And I had like at one point like 4 or 5 7+ cards. And Paladin did this combo which I mentioned before, and he not just like destroyed everything, and he even eventually like defeat me, which I think this is not normal. That's like seriously broken. So yeah, equal Seal of Light. And this card is okay. This card is pretty much also okay. This card is little OP, I think. Actually, it's a lot of OP. This card is okay. This card is also really overpowered. Like it's not strong by its own, but if you like cast a bunch of minions, then they can have lots of bonus for really low price, and that is really OP. This card is okay. This card is also OP. I mean, granted, these records have only more than one, but it's just OP. And we have a discard, which it's okay. Okay, this card is another broken card. Too strong. We have this. This card is well, actually it's actually pretty broken because it's really good against the tetraploid decks, but the problem is you don't know. I mean, I have as an example like this, as you can tell, like highly focused on the tetraploid effects. But so if somebody take this card against me, when I play this deck, it probably will be a really good card. But the thing is, you don't know who you be your enemy, and that's make this card a little broken. I mean, it's a good card. Don't make me wrong. I think it's a good card. Granted, it's a little overpowered. But what's make it broken is the fact it's like really difficult to predict if you actually get some benefits from this card. This card is a little OP, but nothing terrible. But this card is very broken because first, for this price, this card has really good stats and an Inspire ability, like it's pretty OP. Granted, lots of the Muroks are not that stronger, but because they have these synergies and between each other, they can give each other bonuses. This card is really annoying, and also, as I mentioned before, like Paladin, like leading a legion of a Murloc is really not fitting. So this card is overpowered and it's not fit to Paladin, and I think it's broken, like very broken. And this card, okay, this card is This card is actually another card which is broken because we have a card, priest card, specifically this one. You can double one of the value of your minion for price of 2 crystals. Here we have a card which is almost the same thing for much higher price, which I'm really not sure if this card is broken for being too expensive, or the other one being broken because it's too cheap. Probably the other one. So no, this card actually isn't that much more. This card actually makes sense. Okay, well, so let's pretend I didn't never mention this previous one. Let's do this next time. This card, it's actually not that bad, it's just a little unpredictable. Okay, this card actually is also not that bad. This card is okay. Okay, this card is also a little broken because it's not like it's overpowered, it's like the name again. Because if you wanna avenge somebody, then like if this guy A and who attacked brother B, who is like somebody's brother, and the brother came and like wanna kill him as avenging his brother, that's okay. But if you wanna avenge somebody, then you avenge a person who like hurt you. So if this spell do like random big damage, random split all enemies, that's kind of make no sense. Like this card has really ridiculous name. I mean, it don't seems to be like super overpowered, but at the same time, it's a like name. This card make no sense. And of course, you know, okay, this card is okay. Okay, this card is seriously broken. Because it's super OP. Because like, if you play like really like secret deck, I mean, if you don't have any deck, if you don't have this card, like if you don't have available more secrets, then it's like not that bad. But even then, it's gotta have decent stats by its own. But also, it's giving you a bunch of secrets, and that can be like if you get this card early and you like wait with the secrets, then with good strategy, this card can be like super. I mean, like every single secret, like seriously, look at how many secrets Paladin have. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'll put them up there. I'm sure there's more. Okay, 6, 7. Yeah, so that's lots of secrets here, and yeah, this card is super OP and really broken. Like it's a really like I have no problem if some cards are broken because like have some weird name which I mentioned basically only for like purpose of this video because it's really don't have too much effect on the game like this card for example. But it's a really shame like most of the cards are awfully overpowered. I feel like this card is like you can get like price like 5 secrets. I believe 5 is a maximum for secrets which have total price about 5 crystals. That can almost or even more. That can almost like double effect this card, and you get them for free. Like if this card do something, I mean, what will do much more sense if you can say like while this card is on battlefield, like all secrets have a lower price, or like you get them in a like hand and you can set like I don't know. I mean it's highly randomized, but it's still really overpowered. So this card is okay. And we have a brief here. Okay, so that wasn't as long as I expected. So I think I'm done with the paladin, so next time we will do priest. And believe it or not, but priest have one of the most broken cards in the game. Like, if not the broken, because there are a few things which absolutely make no sense and would probably be a long episode. Like most of the cards for priest are okay, but yeah, that will take some time to explain things. So, like I said, Paladin have not like too many like super overpowered cards. It's more like it's broken as a whole thing. Somebody can disagree, and honestly, I don't care because like I've been defeated by Paladin in some ridiculous way where like I was like, okay, I get this. We have no chance, and suddenly do something crazy. It's never happened to me as much with like with any other class except Paladin and Hunter. So yeah, there's definitely need for some improvements. So that was Paladin, and next time we do Graves. So boy oh boy, there's quite a few cards which are overpowered, make no sense, or everything all together. Yeah. So that's everything for now. As always, thanks for your time, and I will see you later.